I tell you what, this cancer thing absolutely bites. Everything about it is terrible. It's terrible. I know that last week the video came out that said my brother had decided not to do chemo for 2 weeks. Well, the 2 weeks has passed and his hemoglobin did not go up. And so today he started chemotherapy. Sorry, I don't mean to be all weepy, but it's ugly, man. We live in such a broken and just fouled up world. It's rough. It's rough. And I know that every situation you find yourself in is designed to draw you closer to God and to help you recognize something about yourself that needs to change. So I just keep saying to myself, what is it, Lord? What is it about me that you want to draw closer to you? What is it about me that needs to adjust in this situation? Because I want to make whatever changes need to be made in my life, because number one, it brings the situation to a close quicker. But also I want to be who God's called me to be. It's what I've decided to do, and it's how I want to live. My brother went in for chemo and, they hooked him up, and what they do is they increase the medicine little by little until you're up to what they want you to. Now he's going to have to do 8 weeks of, intensive chemo. It's because it's in 90% of his bones, and the holistic method takes just way too much time. To get your body to start responding. Had he found out earlier, he could have gone that route. But there's no option now but to do what he's doing, because his hemoglobin keeps dropping and they won't keep giving him blood. Which makes sense. I mean, I understand it. But do I like it? No. Do I feel like, God, why? Why are you doing this? What could possibly be the purpose? Of course I do. Everyone in this situation feels that way. But I have just trained myself not to say that, not to do that. Number one, I don't have the right to question God. And I have seen what God has proven himself to be to me over and over and over. And that's good and faithful and kind. And so even though none of this stuff seems good or faithful or kind, he's accomplishing things that can't be worked out any other way. I know that my brother's been married almost 40 years, and he wasn't in an unhappy marriage or anything, but I have seen a rekindling that's taken place in their marriage that used to be in the beginning of their marriage. So I'm sure that's part of what God's doing. My brother is like me times 10. It's kind of spooky. But, he's going to get it done and whatever, work it out, blah, blah, blah. Well, the whole point is this is something you can't handle. You can't work out. You can't fix. You can't calculate. You can't re-navigate. Whatever it is you'll try to do. The only thing you can do in this situation is say, this sucks, God. I don't like it. It makes no sense. But I choose to trust you anyway. And I'll tell you what, God allows us to be in those situations almost daily. Every week, not to this extent and not with this severity, but every situation we find ourselelves in, we're going, what are you doing here? This makes no sense. This is stupid. Why would you do that? We always got a little answer for God. But the thing is, he knows we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know, and we have to reconcile with ourselves that we would choose this if we knew what was coming next. And that's what I've done. It's what I've done. It does not make it easier. It does not negate my feelings. It does not make me feel cheerful and happy and ready to conquer the world. It makes me feel restful in my heart. But my mind and my emotions are going like anybody else in this situation. And I have to keep subduing that. I have to keep going, look, doesn't matter how you feel. Doesn't matter what you're thinking. That doesn't matter. Those are just thoughts. Those are just feelings. God is good. He's going to handle this. And I've had to come to the conclusion that even if God takes my brother, it's okay. He belongs to God anyway. And I know I won't be separated from my brother forever. And so that's good enough. And that has to be good enough. I have to trust that God is who he says he is and that he'll do what he says he will do. And he said he would protect us and provide for us. And so no matter what comes my way and no matter what happens with Buddy, I'm going to be okay. And so is Buddy. And so are you. So whatever you're battling or facing right now, whatever emotions are coming up over and over and over, get a handle on it and settle in your mind that God is good. Because otherwise, everything becomes another slap in the face. Oh, wow, I prayed for this and slap in the face. Oh, I thought this was going to happen and slap in the face. But it's not a slap in the face. It's not a slap in the face. It's God saying, I will be faithful to you even through this. Try me and see. And so that's what I'm doing. I love you guys, and I'm so grateful for your prayers and support during this time. Thanks. God's plan works. Because you don't get where you're going unless you continue. I've been clean for 11 years. Wow. You can do it. It'll make a difference.